Hey there everybody, hope your day is going well. Jacared with Old School Gaming here, and welcome back to another Thoughtful Thursday. So, last Wednesday didn't take that long to edit, at all. Hopefully nothing went wrong in the editing process, but, well, I still have to review it to find out if I need to re-edit anything. Hopefully not, hopefully everything did go well. Anyway, on to the topic of this Thoughtful Thursday. So, obviously, there are, more shifts than just, the regular 9 to 5, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And hell, anymore, most places, are open 24 hours, which means there are going to have to be people to cover those shifts, stock the shelves, clean the floors, and the shelves, and all that. And there are some exceptions, like some places just aren't open 24 hours, but I'm not here to talk about that. So, I mean, yeah, I obviously work as rent-a-cup, and, I mean, hell, after the first month, I completely and totally lost track of just how many people were fired within even the first month. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. But the absolute most ridiculous one was someone who was caught sleeping during the day. And thing is, this day wasn't even, partly cloudy or overcast in any way. It was essentially, a little box, 3 walls. Well, not even walls, just 3 sides of windows with no blinds, no curtains of any kind, light shining in from every single direction. The fourth wall was, well, all the electrical wiring and plumbing and the toilet, so obviously there's not going to be any bright shining windows that way, for obvious reasons. This dude was just sitting there sawing logs, just... Yeah, and even more mind-blowing was this dude's excuse. He's just, oh, well, I'm on painkillers after my back surgery, and they make me tired. What? Because here's the thing, okay? I've actually had a number of surgeries in my time. A long-standing consequence of the dark times that I'm still feeling the pain of. Long story, but, I've been prescribed those, heavy painkillers before. I mean, hell, there was even one time where, I was working like 80-hour weeks, and I told the prescribing doctor, just, hey, hold on a minute. Before you write those, heavy painkillers, I've been working 80-hour weeks. Can you give me some, higher grade ibuprofen so that way I can, take that and still be able to work? And he's just, oh, yeah, let me just, throw this away and write you a different prescription. And while, yes, I could have just taken, more ibuprofen just from the, stuff I can buy right off the shelf, at least this way it's covered by my insurance. Yeah, but with the heavy painkillers, every single time that I was prescribed them, both the prescribing doctor and the pharmacist would say, oh, hey, first off, do not take these on an empty stomach. You don't have to eat a full meal. Just make sure you eat a little something before you take them. And also, make sure you're ready to go to bed when you take these. And there's also one thing I think, any prescribing doctor and pharmacist should add, is just, hey, just because I'm writing you all these pills does not mean you have to take them all. Take them when the pain is significant. Like, if you can take, a couple of, ibuprofen or aspirin or whatever, then, yeah, just take those to deal with the pain. But if the pain gets so much that those will not be enough, then you can take these. And you don't have to take the whole bottle. When you're done, you can bring them back to the pharmacy. They'll be properly disposed of. I honestly think that's part of the problem with the whole if I can say the word, opioid epidemic, is that, like, people get, like, 20 pills and they think, oh, I have to take them all. No, you don't. Just take what you need, and once the pain is gone and done with, bring all the pills back to the pharmacy. They'll dispose of them. And I do not know the details of that dipwad's back surgery, but even still, if you can't follow simple instructions, yeah, I'm getting off topic. Back to the topic of the night shift. It was, I want to say like maybe 4 years ago or so, maybe five. I don't know, 3 to 5 years ago or so. There was one boss who, was sick and tired of, constantly having to fire people that were sleeping on the job. And he tried to just, immediately look up, like, oh, top 10 ways to stay awake during night shift or whatever the hell. Honestly, I'm not going to look it up because I'm not going to give that stupid ass list a shout out. I mean, oh my god. I, I don't even remember what the hell it said except for. Because, I mean, after number one, I just stopped reading the thing. I'm just, what the hell is this? Because number one on this apparent list was do not drink any caffeine after midnight. I beg your pardon? What if I have a shift that begins at midnight and then I have to work until noon or later? I mean, hell, that's happened plenty of times. Why don't you just shut the hell up until you actually work the night shift? Now, for what is coming up on almost 8 years now, I've mostly worked the night shift. I've worked, a good amount of day shifts, but I would say about 95% somewhere in that range has been mostly the night shift. I mean, really, I kind of prefer it, mainly because, well, there's a hell of a lot less pollen in the air at night than during the day. I don't know what the hell it is, but it seems as though the older I get, the worse my allergies get. Now, in this time, I've come to just realize a number of things, mostly through experience, about, things that actually work to keep you awake during night shift and being able to sleep during the day. Now, what I'm about to say is not in, any particular order of importance, just in the order that I've thought of them. So first off, regarding, caffeine, anything caffeinated, whether it's coffee, soda, whatever. Know your limits. I mean, you're the only one who's lived with your body your entire life, so you should know what your limits are. I mean, in general, it's not really too advisable to drink anything caffeinated within an hour of going to bed. I mean, well, for most people, I can usually I'm stopping drinking anything caffeinated within like an hour and a half to 2 hours before I'm going to bed. I mean, I might have like a quick drink, and not a full cup or anything, just like one quick gulp to wet my throat, and then off to bed. The second thing is, you want to eat something. I mean, you don't have to eat a full, like 5 course meal or anything. I'm sure there's an actual term for it. I mean, I call it food coma when you just like overeat and then you want to try and go to sleep. But I mean, you know, if you're going to be awake for a certain amount of time, you'll need to eat something to keep up your energy. It can be, like a few snacks, it can be, some, like, hell, maybe a full-on pizza that you just, you don't eat the whole thing in one sitting, you just eat a couple slices every, 3 to 4 hours or so. Or maybe more, maybe less, just depending on, how much energy you want and how much energy you need. Now, I will admit that, some nights do get, kind of difficult. So number three would be just, get up and start walking around. Even if you you can't leave a certain area, you're not strapped down into a chair. In fact, that would be highly illegal. You can definitely stand up and just pace back and forth, just wear a groove into the floor. You don't need to do any assortment of exercises. Just get up if you can move around. Maybe step outside. Let the cold air hit your face, and that'll be a good wake up. And that more or less generally covers working night shift. But then you do need sleep. So I mean, sleeping during the day can be a little difficult because the brighter something is, you know the harder it is to actually fall asleep. Getting the light blocking curtains, which I actually have some light blocking curtains, look quite nice. They block out the sun and make it a little easier to sleep. Although personally, maybe you want to wear a blindfold because, as I was saying, personally, I need a blindfold to sleep whether it's day or night. Mainly just because, even the tiniest amount of light will keep me awake and, I just can't fall asleep, whether it's day or night. And I kind of wish I had known that, back during my high school years. God damn. It was like right around the time I entered high school. I had such a hard goddamn time falling asleep. I wish I had thought of, putting a blindfold over my eyes to block out any light. But no, apparently I couldn't think of that. And also maybe, turn off any source of noise, because, your brain's always listening to it, and if your brain's, listening to, some kind of source of noise, then it's going to be a very hard time falling asleep. The exception to that could be white noise. Hell, for me personally, I just want absolutely no sound when I'm falling asleep. That's actually quite different from, actually, my mother and my sister. They need, the TV on and loud and, just, doing some random stuff while they're sleeping, and I'm just, oh god, no, I can't do that. Noise off. And of course, sometimes if you're having trouble falling asleep, well, there are some different methods, and, well, I can't really advise anyone, but I can give a couple things that usually work for me. The first thing I'll try is, just straight meditation. Just, lying there, just imagine myself, floating in a complete and total void. Just complete nothingness. No up, no down, no left, no right, no light, no dark. Just absolute nothing. And usually that works. But every now and again that doesn't work. And I was actually talking to a coworker who was in the army, and, apparently the military method for falling asleep is just, doing a leg stretch, slacking the jaw, and completely blanking out the mind. He said that, sometimes, some people will not stretch not just their legs, but do an overhead arm stretch, and, just essentially relaxing the body. And, usually for me, if meditation doesn't work, the, stretch, jaw slack, and trying to completely blank out the mind, that'll work. Now, on to the next point, waking up to alarms, which actually that can apply to, working either day or night. Well, you definitely want an alarm that'll wake you up. You don't need, the nuclear apocalypse alarm or something. The hell, for me, I usually change my alarm about every other month. Yeah, and, I don't download anything special. I'll just, choose a random one that's different from the one I've been using. And I usually try to, rotate through and just go, I used that one before, let me try, a completely different one. It's the same concept as, someone who has a dog at home. If the dog starts barking in the middle of the night, someone who's used to a dog just wakes up and goes, oh, what the hell do you want, stupid dog? Whereas someone who maybe has never lived with a dog, or maybe hasn't lived with a dog for a long while, will wake up in the middle of the night to the dog barking, just, oh, stupid dog, what the hell do you want? And then in the, the next part, I guess this would be number 6, getting out of bed with enough time to properly wake up. Hell, driving tired is actually worse than driving drunk. Just ask the Mythbusters. Now, me, I am actually really, really slow to wake up. Let's say if I'm scheduled to work at, 2 p.m., I'll have my very first alarm set for 10 a.m. And at that point, it's usually about, I don't know, I'd say about a 50-50 chance that I'll actually wake up. Otherwise, I'll just, lay back down and fall back asleep. Which, does mean that I have, 3 other alarms, one at 11, one at noon, one at 1 p.m. That way I, can be sure that I actually wake up. But before I actually figured that out, there's actually been a number of times where someone's called me and said, "Hey, why aren't you in work yet?" And I'm just, "Oh, god damn it, I shut off my alarm, fell back asleep, son of a bitch. I'll be in as soon as I can." Yeah, and hell, at least, with, getting up early and having plenty of time to, properly wake up, there's enough time to get to work so that you won't be late. Perhaps I can have that as a topic for my next Thoughtful Thursday. I seem to be on a roll with these, just, going from topic to topic. Now, for the comment shoutouts, are there any new ones? Let me double check first. Whoa! Holy hell, there are! Wait, how many? Well, turns out there's, quite a few. But anyway. Well, the first comes from Snorlaxer. Nice name, by the way. It left a comment on, the First Gen Core Episode 1, 2 Journeys Begin. Oh boy, yeah, so, and he says, "Incredible, we need more and Stadium." Well, okay, so at the time you left that comment, let's see, the second Stadium episode has yet to come out. As for when this video, and my shout out to you, comes out, actually it's gonna be a long while before the next Stadium episode. The next series of Stadium will be in between the core episodes, starting just after the Rainbow Badge. Yeah, so it's definitely gonna be a while, because oh god, I don't know where the hell I am going to be right now. I think with the way my first gen uploads are going, where I'm going to be when this Thoughtful Thursday goes up, I'm going to be just barely hitting Vermilion City, so I haven't even gotten the Thunder Badge yet, let alone the Rainbow, let alone going through Rock Tunnel, then through under Saffron City yet again, to get to Celadon, and then getting the Rainbow Badge. Yeah. It's going to be a while before I get there, but more Stadium is coming. And more Pokemon in general will be coming as well. But, I still only want to do one a week because, I'm still grinding everyone up to level 60. And technically I could upload more than one a week, but then I would just feel in way too much of a rush, given that I haven't actually finished First Gen yet. So, yeah. Yeah, it's coming, just be patient, and more will come out. Just once a week, every Saturday. Then, someone else, I'm probably gonna butcher this handle, but Mario Taz? That actually rolls a little easy off the tongue. So, Mario Taz left actually one comment each, but on several different videos. Okay, so first was on the first Gen Core Episode 12, the Cascade Badge. And just saying, nice. Well, thanks. One word comment, very short response. Then again on Conker's Bad Fur Day Episode 1, a long tutorial. And yeah, that was a fairly long tutorial. But, Maria Taz just says, a great game. Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day is a great game, a lot of fun. Hell, if you haven't seen it, It's on the channel somewhere. Just look for the Conker's Bad Fur Day Let's Plays playlist, and then you can watch all 13 episodes. Then finally on, oh wow, that's an old one, but back on Intermediary Vlog 1, and so it begins, Maria Taz said, "Welcome." Well, thank you for the welcome. I mean, yeah, wow, that's been a long while, but yeah, well, I mean, hell, thank you, not just for one, not for two, but for all 3 comments. And then that's all there is to this video. So, yeah, I guess I have an idea for the next Thoughtful Thursday, but that's not to say you can't give me a suggestion. So, if you have any ideas for a Thoughtful Thursday, there's no limits to the topic, put it in the comments section down below. I'll give it a quick look, and if I can talk about it for a decent amount of time, I'll do a Thoughtful Thursday on it. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, hit that bell so you can always be notified whenever I upload another video. And of course, have fun.